I'll never forget a moment early in my consulting career that changed how I think about developing a compelling vision. Not just creating one, but bringing it to life and what it takes to make it stick. I was in a project room with a major government agency undergoing a restructure. Laptops open, flip charts everywhere, the team heads down, doing their best under pressure, especially after weeks of intense consultation and workshops with multiple stakeholders and client teams. On paper, the vision and the strategy to achieve their transformation was clear. I started to feel confident that we were finally making progress. And then one of the senior team made a simple observation. "I'm not sure this is the right approach anymore. How did we even end up going in this direction?" The comment cut through the noise and hit hard. It taught me something fundamental. A vision is only powerful when the people bring it to life feel truly connected to it. When they don't, even the brightest ideas struggle to become real or have an impact. It's not a question of lack of capability or expertise to create the vision. It's about something we often skip when moving at speed. Do the people who matter most understand why we're doing this? Can they see themselves in the future we describe? And have we created enough space to explore what's possible before locking ourselves too quickly into a solution? With over 30 years' experience in transformation, I've seen extraordinary things happen when leaders move from having a vision to becoming visioneers. People who blend strategic thinking with creativity and turn ambition into action. That's what I want to share today. What it really takes to create a compelling vision and how to make it happen. I believe that there are 6 fundamental steps. First, visualize. Bring the vision to life. People commit to what they can see. In a business planning session with a new development agency, we were reviewing a 50-page strategic action plan covering all areas of their organization. Compelling, but overwhelming. Once we brought everything into one clear visual roadmap showing where we were headed and why it mattered, suddenly it all made sense. We could feel a new energy in the room. One team member remarked, "This is the first time I understand what we're aiming for and how to achieve our objective of accelerating regional growth." That's the power of visualization. Turning abstract strategy into something tangible, relatable, and energizing. The team can also start to see what's in it for me and how they fit into the vision and their role in creating it. Secondly, ideate. Think creatively. Before you define the vision, it's important to explore all scenarios and options, which means challenging perceptions and underlying assumptions. Always ask why and why now. Within our organization, we brought together shared services, finance, HR, and operations with frontline business development teams and even a few skeptics for the early ideation sessions. Within 1 hour, someone from business development challenged an assumption that had been left unquestioned for years. Their insight opened up an entirely new geography, one that could ultimately unlock millions. Ideation isn't brainstorming for the sake of it. It's bringing many different perspectives to the table that truly refines the vision. It's discovering possibilities you can't always see when you're constantly reactive without any space to reflect and think things differently. Third, strategize. Understand the big picture. A compelling vision is never created in isolation. During a strategy review for a traditional energy provider under significant cost pressures, we paused the work to map the broader ecosystem, regulatory shifts, technology trends, supply chain priorities, competitive positioning, and long-term risks. That wider lens revealed an opportunity the leadership team hadn't seen, a chance for a high-profile repositioning in the renewables market. When we presented the reframed vision to the CEO, he said, "At last, It feels like we're positioning the business for the future by diversifying our service portfolio rather than simply responding to today's cost pressures. Strategizing is what turns vision from ambition into advantage. Number 4, inspire. Be bold and audacious. Inspiration is not about perfection, it's about belief. On a high-pressure digital transformation, a prominent public body was hesitant to communicate the vision because the strategy to get there was not yet finalized. The vision was compelling, bold and inspiring, so we encouraged them to share the overall direction of creating a city-wide digital twin anyway, openly, honestly and with confidence, allowing it to see the light of day and eventually its fruition. Visionary leaders should never feel afraid to say, "We may not have all the answers, but we're certain we're heading in the right direction, and together we'll discover the best way forward." Ultimately, what matters is how their teams respond. If they believe, lean in, and are willing to follow their leaders in pursuit of the vision. Providing inspiration doesn't mean having all the answers. It comes from being brave and courageous. Number 5, ownership. Build buy-in early. Ownership is earned and not a given. In general, it's far more effective for a leadership team to co-create the vision with their people. With a recent local authority struggling with too many strategy resets and relying on external consultancies for their strategic vision, we encouraged them instead to prioritize running workshops and used a bottom-up approach where all levels of the organization could participate in determining the priorities, challenging proposals, and contributing their own insights. Afterwards, they felt a genuine sense of ownership of the vision, rather than something that was imposed upon them by others. When people truly own the vision, you don't need to push it. They pull it forward themselves. And lastly, narrate. Tell the story, show the impact. A vision needs to be a clear, simple story, one that makes the impact easy to understand. When working with a real estate developer, it was only after we demonstrated how the new vision would lead to fast-tracking the home buying process and enhancing the customer journey that the teams truly embraced it. It wasn't just a vision to aspire to. It meant the human experience, the experience real people would have, would instantly be better than anything offered by the competition, and that's changed everything. A clear, human-centered benefit. A story gives meaning, meaning creates commitment, and commitment drives action. And once the vision is clear, the real magic is in bringing it to life through 3 key steps: engage, embed, and realize. Engage. Help people to care and commit. You can, for example, use fast visual roadshows and short videos to share the vision with thousands. Simple, clear messaging that helps people understand it quickly. Embed. Make it stick. An effective way is to build a network of local champions so the vision isn't just communicated, it's lived, reinforced, and woven into everyday work. Realize. Show clear benefits. Start tracking outcomes right away, using a transparent dashboard to show how you're turning ambition into measurable value. This is how a vision stops being words on a page and becomes a movement, confidence, and real change. A compelling vision isn't about perfection. It's about clarity, courage, and connection. We can spark movement, create measurable impact, and leave a legacy long after the vision has been developed. So my question to you is this: how will you turn your vision into reality? And who will you bring with you? How will you help leaders to visualize, strategize, inspire, own, narrate their vision, and then bring it to life by engaging people, embedding the change, and realizing the impact? Because vision is, don't just imagine the future, they build it.